So I got a decision from the government that I'm not going to get any sort of monetary support. And the reason for that is that despite having depressive symptoms, fear and panic symptoms, eating disorder, being underweight, having a perfectionist, whatever disorder, I can't remember what it's called in English. Apparently that's an actual disorder, I don't know. Being tired, having POTS, having a bunch of allergies and atopic skin, having hypermobility disorder, which used to be Ehlers-Danlos disorder. But the funny thing about that is that the doctor who diagnosed me with Ehlers-Danlos disorder wasn't like an actual, like he just diagnosed me based on the previous doctor's notes. So he didn't even see me in person. He was like, oh yeah, these are just enough to diagnose you with Ehlers-Danlos disorder. But they were like, oh, but it has no other effects except like, your joints going out of place and, just being hypermobile. And then I was sent later, like multiple years later, which is now like about a year before, to like an actual doctor who was like a specialist in the thing, and he did the same thing that I done before, like the checklist stuff, like for hypermobile Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. And literally the only thing missing from that checklist that he didn't think was like enough to get a check on it was that I didn't have enough stretch marks. In his educated opinion, I didn't have enough stretch marks, which I do have a lot of stretch marks, but in his educated opinion, I didn't have enough. So I had one tick missing from the diagnosis list, and he was like, yeah, you don't have this. No, you just have hypermobility disorder. But that's good, because, if you had EDS, you'd have all these issues. And I'm like, but I do have all these issues. I have so many allergies, I have POTS, my joints dislocate constantly. I do have all these issues, but the doctor's like, no, you don't. No, you have hypermobility disorder. The previous doctor who diagnosed you with Ehlers-Danlos syndrome was a fraud who didn't know anything. So because you didn't have enough stretch marks, now you suddenly don't have Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. So yeah, I've like tried to stop using that, but it's kind of difficult, when you do have all those issues, and then when you say like, oh, I have a hypermobility disorder, suddenly people think that you like just suddenly got cured, which is not really how it is. But anyway, that's why Ehlers-Danlos syndrome is not anymore on my diagnosis list when it was before. So don't know. I hope that they figure out the gene test for it, so someday I can actually know for sure. But yeah, that sucks. Yeah, anyway, so yeah, depression, perfectionist, whatever, personality disorder, like social anxiety, specifically with like public spaces, panic disorder, undefined eating disorder, which is RFID, but they don't have that in Finland, so it's just under like not defined eating disorder, hypermobility disorder, and POTS. And the reason I'm not getting any support is because in their educated opinion, I do not have any difficult mental disorders or physical illnesses. So in their educated opinion, I should be able to work full-time and have no issues going to school. So yeah, don't know how I got support before. I thinking like, is it just because they changed my depression diagnosis from like difficult depression to like moderate to difficult depression? Like, is that the only reason why they suddenly don't think that I don't need any support? But yeah, so that's fun. So I have no money to pay my medication or my doctor's bills, or like buy anything. I have like no income, and I'm going to school, but I can only do like a minimum amount of school. I've been doing one course a month, and even that has been like too much. And then people are like, why are you depressed? And I'm like, I literally have no hope for the future. Like, I'm not getting absolutely no help from the doctors, because they're like, oh, you have POTS, well, just eat some salt. Exercise. But like, how am I supposed to exercise when my joints fucking dislocate from like standing up, and like my heart rate goes from like 60 to 120 just from me standing up, and I can't stand up longer than a couple of minutes? How am I supposed to exercise? How am I supposed to work when I can't even go to the fucking store by myself? Like, if I leave the house, I need a rollator or like a wheelchair, because I can't walk that long because of POTS, and I have like all these digestive issues too, which is like, everybody keeps saying like, oh, it's just your eating disorder, but the thing is, it doesn't matter why I have these issues, because I have these issues, which leads to me not able to eat a lot, me throwing up constantly at school, at public spaces. And I'm not even talking about like binge, I'm talking about eating half of like what my family eats, and still like just not being able to keep food down and vomiting on like school and stuff. So I can't eat anything if I go to school, because I'm sick and tired of like having to vomit in the school bathrooms. So that doesn't help with my energy levels. But no, according to the Finnish government, I'm fine. I should be able to work full time. So that sucks. And I'm like literally leeching off my parents, and it's not like I want to be 26 and live with my parents. But like, what choice do I have? I have no money on my own. I like literally have zero money. My parents buy me food, they buy me medicine, they pay my bills, like doctor bills. And like, I'd love to live on my own. I'd love to have friends. I'd love to have a fucking life outside of like having one school course a month, and then like spending most of my days just lying down being sick. And then people are like, oh, like, you have no reason to be depressed. And like, well, how would you feel? I can't like just go into the bathroom, and I have to like lie down for like 10 minutes to recover for that. And then yet I deserve no support because I have no serious illnesses. Like, it's like so hard. And like, I don't know what I'm supposed to do. Like, I've tried to get help. I've really tried. I've been going to the doctors, like, to like every specialist and every single person. And even when I do get diagnosed with stuff like RFID or POTS or freaking hypermobility disorder, I get no help. They just say like, oh, eat salt. Just try to eat more food. I don't know, like, they just diagnose me with stuff, and they're just like, yeah, have a good life. Like, you don't deserve actual help because you have nothing serious, and you're just being a dramatic little bitch. Like, what am I supposed to do? Like, I've literally tried everything. It doesn't make it easier that I'm like 26 and I still like cry when I have to talk to a lecturer, or I cry when it gets too loud in class, and I still go and I still try, and like, what do I get? And then especially like with the current Finnish government, just constantly hearing about how people like students are lazy, or how people who get government support are like just leeching off from everybody else. And oh well, I don't even get any support, so I guess fuck you. The only people I'm leeching off from is my parents. And like, I just don't know what to do. Like, what am I supposed to do? like I've tried my everything. I'm still going to school even though it's gonna take me like 12 years to finish it, because I want to help people. I want to become like a special need teacher so that people like me don't have struggle at school, and I can like actually help children, and I can help people. But at this speed it's gonna take me 12 years, and even when I do graduate, if I don't get any help, how am I gonna be able to work? Like there's no way I'm gonna be able to work full time and like actually earn a living. So like the only way that I can like see an out of this is just to like off myself. And then people are like, oh, you're just being dramatic, but like you try doing this for like 6 years. You try spending your 20s being at home, having no friends, being ill constantly, and just people telling you that you don't deserve any help because you don't have any serious illnesses. And then I was finally last year able to get help because like my mental health was just so bad. And the thing is, I haven't gotten any better, but suddenly like apparently I just don't deserve any help, I guess. Like I do want to off myself constantly, but like this is the reason. Like if I actually was able to get some help, like if I was actually able to like, I don't know, get some money so that I could live on my own, or help to like, I don't know, like assisted living or something, like help to get like a bit of independence, help to get like I don't know, like a taxi ride to school, or like somehow just like up to go to school, or at school, like when I was studying in the UK, I was able to get like more time on my like essays and stuff, and like just get a lot of extra help at school, which like enabled me to finish my dramaturgy. But now I'm getting no extra help, I'm getting nothing. Everybody just assumes that I should be able to go with all the other students, and it's so frustrating seeing everybody have their own lives outside of school and going to all these events and stuff. And I'm just struggling doing one course at period, like per period, and it just sucks. I don't know. Anyway, so all I do all day is just crochet, because I feel like if I focus on something like crochet or sewing, which is like the only things I can do, because I can do it lying down, I can do it sitting. It doesn't really require that much concentration or effort, but it still gives me something to like focus on, so that I won't go and like unalive myself. So yeah, I guess the only thing keeping me alive right now is freaking crochet. And the thing is, it's not even fun anymore, because I feel like I have to do it so I don't go and eat. But like at least I guess it's what it is. This video, I guess, just to complain and show people what it's actually like. Like those people that you claim that are just lazy or just leeching off of you. Well, I guess I'm not one of those people, because I'm getting no support whatsoever. But like, this is what the reality is, like most of the time. So yeah, I guess Finnish government, like when you cut support from like people who actually need it, like think of me if any of you see this. This is what you're doing. Like you're literally destroying lives. So yeah, have fun with that, I guess. Bye.